Okay, this video gonna be about how to legally rob a bank. The way to legally rob a bank, let me explain to you, right? For you guys go crazy to think, oh, he's doing some type of fraud. No, this is pretty much a credit breakdown, right? How to legally rob a bank. Now, one way you can look at it, right, is not using your real social security number. You always want to make sure that you always operate in the private. So you either want to use a CPN number as a personal guarantor, or you want to use an EIN number as a personal guarantor. Or if you also want to, you can create a personal credit profile using your DUNS number. Now, once you establish the DUNS number or EIN or CPN numbers, and you establish a personal credit profile, the next step is you want to find out which bank you actually want to rob, right? So you got American Express, you got Navy Federal, you got Chase, you have USAA, you have a lot of banks, right? So let's just go with American Express. So you want to find out how to legally rob them, right? So this is what you do. Now, I offer courses for this on like the trade lines and everything, right? But I know a few trade line, right? You got something called Trade Line Supply. You can go on Trade Line Supply in the specific bank that you're trying to get into, like say if it's American Express, you can get authorized user card from American Express, right? On Trade Line Supply. And let's just say if the trade line is over 15 years old, but the trade line $1,000. But say if it's 15 years old, that's 15 years in history. So if you like 27, like my age, right? So that would give you up to 9 years in history on your credit report. Now, see if the limit is 35,000, you automatically qualify for all the credit cards. So all you have to do is fully try merge the CPN number. And once you fully try merge the CPN number, that's when you apply directly for the cards, right? So I tell a lot of people start small, then get big. But if you want to start big, I would prefer you to start with the platinum card. When they ask you questions on income, this is what you want to say. You want to say you make $30,000 a year, and the non-taxable income of that $30,000 is $25,000. So that's the answers to American Express. And one of my students, he received not 25,000. He received a $6,000 credit card. But this the glitch. Once he got the $6,000 credit card, the goal is to maintain that same limit, right? The $6,000 limit. And then what you do is you wait at least a month or two and you ask American Express for a credit increase. Now the credit increase will triple the amount of the 6,000. So if it tripled the amount, that'd be 18,000. But if they want to put it to 15,000, that'd be straight as well. Within that first 2 months of you having like the credit card or whatever, you will be eligible for way more. You can get 5 credit cards through Amex in the same month because the credit criteria, you will meet that because especially once you establish and create the CPN number, you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of inquiries. So when you go apply for them, you meet the 4 credit criteria. That will be credit age, that will be mixed of accounts, that will be revolving accounts. Those 3, revolving is meaning it's an open account. Mix of accounts meaning you have multiple accounts. So the goal is to at least get 3 trade lines. Even if you pay $3,000 out of your tax return, it's still going to make you a lot of money because you're able to get a $15,000 credit card. Then if you apply for the gold card, that will be the same thing. They might start you off with a $5,000 limit, and you could triple that. Then you apply for the green card. The green card is a charge card as well. They might start you at $5,000 and give you $15,000, right? Now, then you go to a blue plus card. Then they might start you off with $2,000. You ask them for an increase, that might be $6,000, right? And then you can go ahead and get you, let's say, an Amazon card. They start you off for $2,500, you at $7,500. That's a total of $50,000 worth of credit cards that you got for $3,000. Now, guess what? Is it illegal if you max out the credit cards and not pay them back? Not at all. So say if you say, hey, okay, I'm going to the Apple store, I'm going to spend all of the cards, and you maxed out the credit cards. And now the credit profile that you created is under the CPN number because the banks only extend you the credit. So once they extend you the credit and you use up the cards and you max them out, it's up to you whether or not do you want to use these for business, do you want to fuck them off, do you want to leverage them, because this would be entirely your choice. It's not my choice. But I'm just saying, if you was in that type of arena and you say, hey, 50,000 sound great for $3,000 trade-in, hey, go ahead. And you went to the Apple store. Let's say if you bought $50,000 worth of iPhones. So those $50,000 worth of iPhones, you sell them, you at 45,000 or whatever. Just say if it's 40,000. So your profit is $37,000 that you will walk away from off of strictly credit. And people do this all across the world. People create CPN numbers, people create, EIN numbers, and they use it privately. And they have the discretion to do whatever they gonna do with it. Because guess what? Whether you use a CPN number or a social, it's people max out their credit cards every single day. So whether you use a social security number, the problem is that's your debt. When you have a social security number and you obtain credit, that is your debt. Once you have a CPN number, that's the CPN's number debt. The CPN credit profile is not your social security number. That's only a credit profile. So you only use that credit profile to obtain credit. And once you use that to obtain credit, 0% liability. That means zero risk. And is it illegal to have a CPN number? No, it's not. CPN numbers has nothing to do with any crime or any criminal activity. But I'm just using this idea for a lot of people who is trying to figure out ways in dealing with institutions, right? A lot of people don't know what they can do. A lot of people don't know their options. But this is just be my opinion on it. Because to legally rob a bank, you will have to figure out which institution do you actually want to go with. Who has the best products? Is it Chase? Is it Bank of America? Is it American Express? My opinion, American Express. Some people might pick Barclays. Some people might pick whatever you want to pick. But the goal is to never, ever, ever use your social security number. You always want to operate in the private. I'm out.